What's up, guys? It's Kai, and today I'm going to talk about the government. Actually, it's nothing bad. I actually have some really exciting news. A couple weeks ago, I just legally changed my name. So I am no longer referred to as my dead name, legally anyways. Which, a dead name, if for those of you that don't know, is the name that you were generally assigned to at birth, but it's just a name that you don't go by anymore. So that's what I wanted to talk about, was like how I went about doing that and like the general process for that, as well as how to change like the gender marker on your ID and how to change your name on your driver's license as well. So just a quick disclaimer for that though is it's only my experience, and I'm in the United States, so I only have experience for that, and even then it differs state by state. So the best thing you can do is just look it up on the internet, but I'm just going to share with you guys how like I went about doing it for myself, and hopefully it might help you. So yeah, so the first thing I did to legally change my name was I went down to the courthouse, and you have to go through security generally, and I filled out paperwork. You can fill it out there. Otherwise, I brought it back home and I just like filled it out, and then I brought it back. Otherwise, I know in my home state that you filled it out online actually, and then you brought it into your courthouse. So it kind of just depends. For where I'm living now, you have to go in and grab the paperwork. So I went in, grabbed the paperwork, brought it home, filled it out, and then I brought it back with $171, which is kind of a lot. I know it's more expensive where I'm living now, and like in my home state, they required you to actually publish it in the newspaper, but it was only like $80 to change your name instead of $170. So it kind of just depends on your location as far as how much it's going to cost. But yeah, so I brought it back, and then I scheduled a court date. So just a date that I had to be in court, and it was really quick and painless. So I said that I wanted to do it like on this particular day. And they're like, okay, show up at this time, where generally this kind of clothes like look nice basically. So I showed up at that time. We sat down. The judge, did her judgy thing. She swore us in. We approached her. She's like, okay, sit here. All right, are you this person? And I said, yes. Okay, I've looked at your case. Here's, this. I find it okay. Like, you swear to tell the truth. And I was like, well, yeah. And she's like, okay, sounds good. You're good to go. And then I waited there. I got like this form. It's like a legal paperwork form that says like, this person is now this person. And then I just take it around and I just show everyone, basically, is what happens. So it was really quick and painless. The worst part was like, I got there super early because I was really nervous. So it took me, I waited there for a really long time before anything happened. Okay, so then the next thing I wanted to talk about was getting your driver's license changed. In order to get my dead name off of my driver's license, you have to go get a new license, obviously. So I just took the paperwork that has my new legal name to the DMV, and it was really easy. They just look at it and they compare and make sure that it's the same. It cost me $90 to get a new license, but that's because I was changing states too. So it generally would be cheaper just to get a new ID with your new name, as opposed, and a new picture and stuff like that, as opposed to when Katie and I came over, we changed states. So I needed a new state license, so that's why it cost $90 as opposed to $10, $15, I think is what it normally is. So trust me, $90 is kind of a lot, but it needed to be done for us anyways. The tricky part is getting your gender marker changed. So anything that goes through getting your gender changed on anything, on your social security, on your passport, on your driver's license, needs to go through your doctor. If your doctor works with a lot of trans patients, he or she should already have paperwork that basically is just this person is male or this person is female. Please note on these things that I have treated this person for whatever, and they are, for mine it says they are male. And so I had to send in a form for my driver's license, and I'm actually still waiting for it to come back. So on my license, it still is the female gender marker, but I should be able to hear back from them soon. The same thing goes with Social Security and passport. I have to send in this letter, and then I think they get it back. I haven't started that process yet, so once I get there, I can give you a little bit more details. just a really long legal process. So as far as like things go, it's just waiting for the government to do stuff. So it's just sending things in, waiting, sending things in, waiting, going to spend a little bit more money here, going to spend a little bit more money there. It's a long process, and it takes a long time to get everything changed over. So like that's what I'm in the process of doing right now, is changing everything over. So changing my bank over, like the name on my bank statements, changing all of my legal, like the doctor's things, all of, you know, my work things, like bringing that piece of paper that says that this person is now this person, bringing it in and being like, hey, this is the legal paperwork, change my name. So it's just a really long process of changing everything over. But it's ultimately worth it because it makes me happier. Means that legally on my like credit cards, it'll say my legal name now. It won't say my dead name. And so it's a lot nicer I feel safer going out in public and being like, hey, look, this is me on my ID. It's not someone else. It was really awkward before when it was like, yeah, this is me, and my picture of on my old ID was from like 6 years ago, and so I had like long hair, and it was like, yeah, this is definitely me. Doesn't look anything like me at all, and no one is calling me by my dead name, so it's really awkward. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to share with you guys. If you have any like topics or anything that you want me to go over or talk about in the next couple of weeks, feel free to like just comment them below. It's totally fine. I definitely have some other videos planned as far as like different topics that I wanted to address, but if you have any like questions, comments, concerns, like please, I would love to address them in a video. So go ahead and drop your comment below. Alright guys, have a good one, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye!